Hello, my name is Jim, and I've been singing in the ensemble of the Northern Musical Theatre Orchestra since June 2018, which didn't seem like a long time ago until I just said it out loud. Three things I couldn't live without. First of all, Marmite toast. 2 slices every morning for breakfast. Breakfast without toast is like a day without sunshine. I absolutely need it to start my day. Second would be Frizzy's Dream Curls shampoo. This is all tied back at the moment, but if you think it looks slightly unkempt now, you should see it before it's been shampooed and conditioned. I look like a drowned poodle. And the third thing would be, currently, in this horrible lockdown, following cats on Twitter. I'm away from my parents, I haven't been able to see them, and so I'm away from their cats and my cats who I grew up with. And so I've turned to the cats of Twitter. There's one in particular I follow called Figgy, this little kitten, and I've been watching him grow up with cute pictures every day. And it's something to look forward to when you wake up. My experience in musical theatre is, I started very young. I was Mr. Smee in Peter Pan, aged 10 or 11, and from then on I did every single Amdram show I could possibly audition for. My poor dad, the taxi driver, he would take me to Grantham Operatic, to Newark Operatic, to Lincoln Operatic, all around sort of the East Midlands to be in as many wonderful shows as possible with as many wonderful people. If you're watching this, I was probably in a show with you at some point, so hello. I also eventually went to drama school in the hopes of turning this into a career. Did 3 wonderful years at Emil Dale Academy, and unfortunately graduated right at the start of the pandemic, so it was an online graduation with a cancelled showcase, a show cut short, and we were all let out into an industry that currently doesn't exist, which is a shame. I've also written a couple of musicals. One was a Super Mario Brothers show that's played in Nottingham and London and hopefully has a future life ahead of it once theatres reopen. And another couple of things I'm working on, which we were going to start workshopping when the pandemic hit. And all through the recent times, singing with NMTO has been a great way, especially while I was training. So, to answer the question, lots and lots of great shows with great people, and hopefully many more to come. The first musical I ever saw, the first West End musical I ever saw was Rowan Atkinson in Oliver with Jodie Prenger after the I'd Do Anything show, which I absolutely adored. But the first show I remember seeing, I was quite young, was at the Palace Theatre in Newark. It was either an Amdram production or a school's production, I can't remember which, but it was Anything Goes. And I remember falling in love with tap dancing, falling in love with the Cole Porter score. It's just singing "You're the top" over and over and over without really knowing the words. And yeah, love musicals ever since. Dream job. Obviously, the West End actor is the dream we've been pursuing, and hopefully there's still a chance when theatres reopen. But my absolute dream job when I was little was to be a gardener in somewhere like Kew Gardens. I don't know if you ever read the Percy the Park Keeper books or watched the TV series, but I was obsessed with just living in nature and taking care of the plants and animals and just generally having a nice time. And that's something I'd still love to do. So if you own a big garden and you want someone to water your plants, My favourite thing about NMTO, this is the most difficult question of the bunch because it is almost impossible to pick just one. I love the breadth and variety of the scores that we get to play through. I love being in the room with such a wealth of talent. I love the room itself. The Majestic Theatre is an absolutely beautiful theatre. I love the frequent tea and coffee breaks, but I think I love the overture. I mustn't miss that. I love that moment where the first note of the overture kicks in and you're like, this is it, we're playing a show with a 50-piece orchestra, and it's just, the atmosphere is magical. But the thing I love most of all, and this is maybe a corny answer but I'm going to say it anyway, is the people. NMTO is a family, and I remember not knowing really anybody the first time that I went. But I was very quickly taken in, everyone was friendly and kind and lovely, and now I've made so many lifelong friends there who I can't wait to see again. So come for the tunes, stay for the pals. Cut that. Don't keep that in. that was awful, especially to end it with. Come for the music, stay for the memories. This is why I don't run social media.